People are trying to say I'm speaking out of context about stasis.
Do you think there might be a reason for that? Let's find out.
Stephen Jay Gould, the number one defender, the late Stephen Jay Gould, the number one defender of evolution, the PBS would call on, everybody would call on. Do you know what he did? He said, stasis is data. Say it 10 times before breakfast. Every day for a week. Stasis is data. Data is scientific. The data shows that they stay the same. They draw little dashed lines to connect it. What should we see if evolution was true? Darwin said it's the gravest objection to his theory. Gravest objection. It's still the greatest objection. It is so scientific. It's not complicated. It doesn't take mathematics.
Yep, I was right. There was a reason people were saying he was speaking out of context. It's because he was speaking out of context. Here's the real context of what Gould was saying. Darwin, to be sure, acknowledged and discussed the process of speciation, but he cast his discussion of evolutionary change almost totally in the mold of phyletic transformation. In this context, the phenomenon of stasis and sudden appearance could hardly be attributed to anything but imperfection of the record, for if new species arise by transformation of entire ancestral populations, and if we almost never see the transformation because species are essentially static through their range, then our record must be hopelessly incomplete. Eldridge and I believe that speciation is responsible for almost all evolutionary change. Moreover, the way in which it occurs virtually guarantees that sudden appearance and stasis shall dominate the fossil record. CDK007 showed this in his excellent video, Evolution is a Blind Watchmaker. In this video, he shows how clocks might evolve if they were alive, and runs a computer simulation on this idea, which results in two-handed, three-handed, and even four-handed clocks. The only evolutionary principles he programmed in were mutation and natural selection, nothing more. That is all that was driving the evolution of these clocks. And yet, he got punctuated equilibrium to show up quite nicely, exactly as Gould predicted. There would be a sudden appearance of, say, two-handed clocks, followed by a period of stasis where not much seems to happen. Then you'd get a sudden appearance of three-handed clocks. He didn't program in punctuated equilibrium. He didn't even program in environmental factors, disasters, varying population sizes, or anything else that can drive punk-eek. Just mutation and natural selection. That is all that is needed to explain what we see.
I disagree with these experts. Somebody's got to stand up to experts that are just...
Yes, how dare the people who study the subject intensively every single day of their professional lives pretend they know more about it than we do?
The textbooks would say there's the sudden appearance that does raise problems for the idea of common ancestry.
No, it doesn't. The only reason he thinks that is because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He needs to watch my video, Fuzzy Logic and the Definition of Species. And again, even if we never found Fossil 1, we'd still be compelled to form the theory of evolution from the extensive genetic record that we find. Just for one example, look at CDK007's Evidence for Evolution, Part 3.
Let's look at what Ernst Mayr said in his book. The earliest fossils, prokaryotes, 3.5 billion years ago, were cyanobacteria, which are morphologically indistinguishable from the still living species, and nearly all of them can be placed in modern genera. So that's stasis, that's staying the same. In fact, those are the earliest fossils we have, and they're exactly the same.
Your own quote doesn't say they're exactly the same. It says they can be placed in the same genera. What does that mean? In the case of cyanobacteria, it refers to a number of different species, and not all of them are in the same genus. The word genera, which McLeroy didn't even seem to understand, is the plural form of genus. Genera that include the various forms of cyanobacteria include Harospirulina, Planktothryssoids, and others. Further up the taxonomic tree, we see that they cover the orders Croococallis, Gloeobacterialis, Nostocallis, and others. And even the classes Croobacteria, Hormigonian, and glioiobacteria. They span not only multiple genera, but multiple orders and classes as well. They're that diverse, meaning they're not exactly the same. And it also means they did not stay the same for 3.5 billion years. It just means they occupy their same placement in the nested hierarchy of evolution exactly as the theory predicts.
We need to be honest with our kids.
Then why don't you start doing that?